Hi, Sean Callahan here for Copple Chevrolet GMC, and we are celebrating a record sales month in April, and we're going to let it roll and crank up in the month of May. We have some big discounts and special interest rates going on this month on selected new in-stock Sierras and Silverados. Buy a new Silverado or Sierra, get $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. You heard right, $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. We have outstanding specials on all of our new and pre-owned GM certified units. So stop on in and see us or check us out online at copplecars.com. You'll be glad you did. New discount must trade in and finance with the roof credit.
Springtime is here, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams. From treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. And you can check out our spaces before you visit in person with a virtual campus tour. An opportunity to see our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford as you learn about our programs and areas of study. There are virtual tours of our learning centers too. We can even take you on a personalized virtual tour. Learn more on our website, southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Sunny skies, warm temps yet again here for our Monday. We'll see an afternoon high near 84. Winds out of the west at around 10 to 15. Overnight mainly clear, a low down to around 58. We'll see increasing clouds tomorrow and a chance of some showers and thunderstorms with a high back near 80. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You are so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Sunny skies, warm temps yet again here for our Monday. We'll see an afternoon high near 84. Winds out of the west at around 10 to 15. Overnight mainly clear, a low down to around 58. We'll see increasing clouds tomorrow and a chance of some showers and thunderstorms with a high back near 80. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven. Coming at you live from the Coppell Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Welcome to the ticket. Welcome to the ticket. 93.7. I'm the black shirt Terrell Farley. I'm with Bach. Yeah. We waiting on the Captain. He'll call in a little bit. But this is Monday. And a good Monday, man. The sun's out. Enjoy it. Had a little rain yesterday for your grass. Get out and mow it if you want to. But we're going to talk sports. The fastest 2 hours in radio is coming to you. Powered by Bauer. How was your weekend, Bach?
Oh, it was pretty good. I was able to go down to Kansas Speedway and watch a little NASCAR, my first NASCAR event.
Oh,
it was
man.
cool. Yeah, I went down there. Actually, Neil Smith was there. His son, of course, just committed to Nebraska.
Did you talk to him?
No, I didn't talk to him. I saw him up on the stage. So we got like pre-race access down on the field. And he was so they brought him out on the stage. He also, I forget what it's called, and race fans would be able to help me out a little bit. Again, I'm somewhat new to NASCAR.
Pit row.
Well, it's pit row, but he's the guy that kind of says, gentlemen, start your engines.
The flagger.
Yeah.
Just like the announcer for let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah. He kind of got like, let's start racing. So it was cool. It's kind of weird because it was in Kansas City, and of course he played in Kansas City and Denver, and he had his championships, I believe, in Denver. So, but they kind of said, yeah, Kansas City Hall of Fame or whatever, and two-time Super Bowl champion.
Guy.
Oh yeah,
big guy.
Oh yeah, he was.
I seen Neil Smith. I think I was in line at Club Decadence back in college, and he was there with a couple of guys, and we was talking, and he was huge.
Oh yeah,
huge. I thought Reggie White was huge.
He was just about as big.
He's just about as big as Reggie White, and also just catching some sports clips last night, man. That fight they had right there at the end.
Oh yeah, they got.
Oh, buddy caught him with a good left hook.
Yeah.
Oh man, and I heard somebody say, "Let him fight, let him fight."
Oh yeah. So Denny Hamlin ended up winning, but yeah, Ross Chastain, who apparently is just a problem in NASCAR, he's bumping people, getting in fights every week. This rookie Noah Gragson had enough of him, so he went up and approached him, but Chastain punched him.
It was a good pop.
Yeah,
it'll let you know. Don't walk up on me and grab me.
Yeah.
Because you will catch them bows like he
But
did.
It's interesting because it was a rookie that went up to him, and they're veterans. There's like a lot of those people do not like Ross Chastain, a lot of the NASCAR drivers. So it was kind of like somebody finally needed to step up, and it was the rookie that said, you know what, fine, I'll do it.
Oh, great weekend full of basketball. The late show. The Lakers.
Yeah.
30. Won by 30.
Yeah. Now the Warriors need to win tonight. They're going to be playing tonight at Golden State. But again, blowouts. I know in college football you get a blowout. You say this team's way better than the next. But
it's 2-1, ain't it?
It's 2-1. Yeah.
So
Lakers
they should be playing in the Lakers again, huh?
They'll be playing in Golden State because the Lakers have home court.
Oh, they got.
No, Golden State has
Golden
home
State.
court. Yeah,
they
because they have the 6th seed, right?
Yeah. They in LA tonight. So either they win or they're going to be down 3-1. And I don't think that you want to be down 3-1 to LeBron. I think LeBron will go out tonight and give it all he got. Take a easy night, and probably take that loss in Golden State when they go back. But then it switches back to LA. And I think LeBron will probably catch his second win by then, unless AD can carry the team tonight and help this team out, And who else played? New York Knicks.
Yeah, the Knicks and the Heat are going to play tonight too.
They played tonight. No, that was Boston played last night.
Yeah. The Boston played last night. I'm saying for tonight you have the Heat and Knicks and the Warriors and Lakers. So the Warriors need to win to even up their series. And then the Knicks will have to win to even up their series against the Heat. But like you said yesterday, interesting games as well. James Harden is either really, really good in this series and hitting clutch shots and the 76ers are winning, or he's awful and Boston wins those games. So that one tied up at 2 now. But the really interesting one for last night was Jokic and Denver losing to the Suns. But and that in and of itself is kind of buried. I mean, it's 2-2. At a certain point, it looked like Denver was just going to run away with that series, especially with CP3 going down. So the Suns are doing a good job on the court. But Jokic pushing or whatever way you want to say it.
Now I see. I can tell you. Now I see where flopping comes from. It didn't come from the players. Came from the top.
From the top down.
Because the owner of that team, he did a big flop.
Yeah.
I don't think he was touched like that.
He was barely touched, and he definitely did flop to the chair that he was on. He didn't have to fall to the ground. So it wasn't that big of a deal. But it was Matt Ishbia, the owner of the Suns, had the ball, wouldn't give up the ball. Jokic was trying to get the ball so he could, pass it in bounds as quickly as he could. And so the ball just kind of flung away. Then he's feeling Ishbia touch him, so he just kind of throws his elbow. But it's not.
Or he went into the crowd for somebody else, or I think somebody was talking to him.
He was just trying to get the ball.
Yeah, he went in the crowd to get the ball.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. Should that owner be fined?
there's probably going to be a fine for both of them, and I think that's about as much as that needs to happen. Ishbia, said,
"Come on, man, that's a flop."
Yeah, well, and he said as soon as like he was interviewed, during the game, was like, I don't care. I'm more focused on the game, which because in like immediately afterwards, you could see people talking to him. It's not like he was holding his eye or like really angry against the refs or anything. He was just kind of like, So
he looks like the inventor of the flop.
Yeah, he might. He definitely did flop a little bit there.
Yeah, he should be ashamed of himself.
So you think? I think obviously a fine's there. Suspension, hopefully not, because you're talking about a great series there, and it's just a small moment.
No. I don't think the guy should be fined anyway. I mean, like I said, the owner over exaggerated like LeBron does sometimes, but I don't think he should be fined for just trying to get the ball. You holding the ball, so that's a technical. Should have been on Phoenix for holding the ball like that. That's the owner of the team. He has no business doing that.
But he's not wearing. He doesn't. For what it's worth, he doesn't look like the owner of the team. He blended very well in with the crowd. So I don't even think Jokic knew who it was. He's just trying to get the ball back.
Yeah, I think so. So that's the way it goes. So we'll have to see. Milwaukee fired their coach.
Yeah.
Do you think that was smart?
No, I don't think it was smart. I think he's clearly the fall guy. They had the best record in the league this year. He brought them to their first championship in 50 years. And you can say what you want about the NBA being more of a players' league, but he's a well-respected coach. I mean, he's going to be the top name for every opening that comes out until he's hired again.
Yeah,
because he's a 2-time coach of the year. And just had Milwaukee. I mean, I understand there's frustrations with in-game adjustments and stuff like that with the 1-8 seed loss to the Heat. But I also think you need to have some context with yourself about that, because the Heat aren't your typical 8 seed. The Heat are a team a few years ago with the same nucleus that was in the finals. So I mean, I think that's a silly move. I just don't know who they're going to get. That's a whole lot better. Maybe you find somebody that fits better with Well, he's actually taken the job in Houston, I believe. But even him, I mean, he's 1 year had, basically doing the same thing Joe Mazzulla did, is doing right now with Boston, where you inherit a good team, have a good record. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, this foundation's kind of already set there with Brad Stevens. I think that's a silly move to get rid of Budenholzer again, and it happens. Maybe you feel like you wear out your welcome, but they won the division all 5 years he was there. I mean, there's just so many stats that say that wasn't it, but that's what happens if you lose in the playoffs. I mean, the playoffs are very, very big time for this. And then again, coaching in the NBA, you don't get those long tenures generally, unless you're a Popovich or somebody that just really has, I guess, multiple championships. I don't know what more Budenholzer was supposed to do. Maybe win 2 championships and he'd be untouchable there.
So who's a surprise to you right now? In the Eastern right now, in the East Coast of the NBA, who's your surprise team right now?
We have the Heat, Knicks, and 76ers and Celtics left. I think the biggest surprise, even though I did say, what I was saying about the Heat, along with their injuries, I would have to say the Heat. Again, to me, it's not to the level. I just kind of got through saying it's not the level of like, I'm floored that Jimmy Butler could get it going, because he turns it on for the playoffs. I mean, Rajon Rondo did this back in the day too, and that's why you kind of get the playoff Rondo type of gimmick. Sometimes your playing style, you don't. If those are a couple of guys that are really effective if they give it their all and they go to the bucket. But I mean that will wear on you throughout a regular season. So you got to kind of turn it on. Or when the playoffs come, and Jimmy Butler's certainly done that. So, but I'd still have to say that's a surprise.
And by the way, the person that starts the NASCAR is the Grand Marshal.
The Grand Marshal.
Yeah, okay, Grand Marshal.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Neil Smith was the Grand Marshal.
Oh, man, that's a big Grand Marshal.
He was awesome, yeah. I was excited because I didn't know who they were going to bring out. And then it was Neil Smith. I was like, that's so timely because his son just committed to Nebraska.
But when you get a chance, you watch that guy sucker punch him good. That was a good hit.
Yes.
Looked like a UFC hit.
It was pretty good hit. I wish they would have let him brawl a little bit like they do in hockey.
Yeah, I mean, they say let him go. That's what I seen on it. But, like I said, it was a good hit.
Yeah. And with that, we do have the captain on the line, Rashawn Jackson. Can you hear us?
I can't hear. You guys are freezing me out the first segment, huh?
Well, we only got to the recent, like 30 seconds ago, told you were on air. So,
No, it's all good. You know how that goes, man. Communications. But yes, sir, I'm on my way to Tulsa to pick up cars and get on back, and then get back to the radio station and doing what we love to do. So, y'all was talking about the Sixers, huh?
yeah, James Harden helping the Sixers get back into it, tie the game up, our series up at 2.
Yeah. Well, do you think the Sixers can beat the Celtics?
I think it's going to be a close series. Obviously, it is. I think I imagine it's going to come down to a 7th game. I think they can. I think the Celtics are the better team, and you're gonna need James Harden to keep performing at his Houston level, basically, and something that he shied away from in his career in the playoffs. These are kind of his 2 biggest career playoff games. Can he replicate that? Can he keep that, or at least be decent when he's not that? Because the games that they've lost in the series, he's been awful.
Well, I haven't.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I get it, but I just think that Boston's going to be too much for them over the long haul. If they're coming back from behind and have to win and either miss or hit big shots, I just think that Boston is the team to beat out of the East. And even though it's a good series, I truly believe that. But how about the Lakers winning by 30? How does this happen that these teams are winning by, I beat you by 30 today, then tomorrow you beat me by 30? How do you think that happens?
Home court advantage.
Well, and again, it's just the nature of the NBA now, where if one team is hitting threes, they're all in the NBA, and we know Golden State's kind of the ringleader of this, but they can have their down days too. If one team's, if everybody's shooting, and the Lakers don't shoot as many as the Warriors, but that's where the NBA and kind of back in the day, the different game style, this 3-point era has more blowouts because you can get one team that's hot and one team's not. That's kind of the difference in the ball game. The Lakers, and that's kind of what it was this past game. The Lakers led the league in the regular season and getting to the free throw line. They did that quite a bit in this last game. So they're a little bit different than this 3-point era. But in terms of why they blew out the Warriors, is the Warriors were not hitting their threes, and the Lakers were matching their 3 total then, and then making up for the blowout. They were making up all their points at the free throw line, like they have all season long.
Live by the 3, die by the 3.
That's right.
Hey, Rashawn,
The death of Golden State.
Did you see the Dallas game yesterday?
No.
Okay. Now, when you get a chance, go watch the highlights of what's his name, Durkovic.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. The Dallas.
No, no, not that game.
Nuggets.
The second when the owner got pushed.
Yeah. Nuggets. Jokic pushed Matt Ishiba, the Phoenix owner. I don't know if you saw that.
Wait. Explain this again. What happened?
So I'll explain it so it's a little bit better. So in the Nuggets game against the Suns, basically the ball was going out of bounds. MVP, of course, former MVP, I suppose, 2-time MVP of the league, Nikola Jokic went up to get the ball from the fan. The fan kind of like held on to it, so the ball kind of flung, and then Jokic kind of moved his arm around me. You could say swing his elbow, but I wouldn't put it that way. Just kind of made contact with the fan, who fell to his seat. The fan happened to be Suns owner Matt Ishbia, again, because you couldn't really tell because he was just wearing, like standard clothes or anything. He didn't look like the owner necessarily. I don't know what you expect an owner to look like, but I don't think Jokic knew he was the owner. But out of all of it, now there's just questions: should he be fined? Should he be suspended? And he had put up like 53 last night, and they have a 2-2 game series right now. It's a very, very close series, very pivotal. 2 of the best teams in the NBA. So I don't think he should be suspended, but you have to watch the video and kind of see it for yourself, because even explaining it might sound worse than it is, or maybe, I don't know. If you're a Suns fan, maybe you are bothered by it.
Did he punch him?
No, he didn't punch him. All he did was like swing his arms out, and so you could say maybe his elbow might have contacted him. I don't know. He did have contact with him, but it wasn't
so like. Why didn't the fan give the ball back?
Because there was like a Suns player, and okay, this is the owner, so maybe he's concerned about the Suns player. Like a Suns player was like into the fans, right? He kind of was going for the ball and kind of runs into the fans right over there. That's why the ball is there to begin with. Jokic wants to get the ball, not worry about that Suns player. He wants to get the ball so that he can, pass it in, and maybe they could take advantage of the fact that the Suns won't have all their guys back down the court. The Suns,
whether you're an owner or not, in that situation, you're a fan.
Yeah.
You're sitting with the fans. No other fan could have gotten away with doing what that fan did in that situation. It so happened that it was the owner. Now we want to be like, well, he shouldn't have put his hands on the owner. Well, he was a fan. In the heat of a game, and basketball, you want to be able to get the ball out and get the ball out. If he's over there laying on the ground, that's his fault. But no other fan, Bach, do you actually think you could have tried to hold the ball from Jokic?
No, I mean
he flopped, BJ.
I think
I see where the players get flopping from, because the owner did a flop move.
Yeah, the owner kind of flopped with the contact.
I sent you the video, Rashawn.
But it is a question too with the owner there, and what you're saying is that perhaps if this was just a normal fan, they would have been thrown out of the ball game. But instead, because it's the owner, Jokic got a technical. And, in almost every other situation, we would be thinking protect the players. This is another situation of, maybe the fans are too close and the players shouldn't be, because so the owner, and it might've been slight contact, whatever. I mean, he was touching Jokic as well. Not punching, not pushing, anything like that, but touching him. And Jokic, players don't want to be touched by the fans when they're trying to get the ball.
Well, like I said, you gotta. Any fan has to yield to the player. Period. And if that owner is out there sitting there holding the ball, nobody else can get away with that. He should not be suspended. I don't care what he did. Give up the ball, owner or not, and then don't add insult to injury by falling out like somebody really socked you. I'm thinking Terrell when thinking he socked him.
Yeah.
No, he didn't sock him. He pushed him. I see it now. I can see it now. He did.
He's kind of giving an elbow shiver, maybe.
Yeah, he did, but he shouldn't have been that close to him.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have been that close to him.
So and he wasn't allowing him to get the
ball right away.
No, he snatched the ball from the owner. The owner had the ball, and trying to be a basketball player, you grab the ball and you try to get it back in bounds real quick. And I can see that what he was trying to do, but it was too many people around him. That's why they should bag it back another 5 foot, because they shouldn't have been that close to him.
What did the owner do?
What is he going to do? He can't do anything.
No, I mean, when he snatched the ball, did the owner, when he got ready to get the ball, did the owner, no, you're not getting this ball?
He didn't. I mean, he didn't necessarily. I mean, he didn't give up the ball, so he didn't say no or anything. He was just holding the ball. Jokic was trying to get it. He didn't give it up. So when Jokic tried to get it, eventually it wasn't. How you could tell he wasn't giving it up is the ball flung into some more fans, because he wouldn't give the ball. If you just give the ball up, then Jokic would have just got it. But it flung up and went into some other fans' hands. So that's kind of what it was. But again, it's interesting because the NBA almost has to make some sort of statement about this. And I don't think
why.
Well, because there's something that probably is going to have to come out of this, because there was a technical. So you at least have to acknowledge that. And
so Jokic got the tech too.
Yeah, Jokic got a tech. But for what it's worth, the Suns owner, it's not like he was over there complaining and frustrated or anything like that. Again, they interviewed him a few minutes later, and he's just like, I don't really care. I'm focused on the game. So this it's somewhat much to do about nothing. But I mean, just because there's an owner involved, there's the fans, not allow, the kind of the holding the ball stuff. I mean, it's something to be addressed, I think, just because you don't want this popping up in the future again.
Yeah, the owner, again, I bet he would say, yeah, I don't want to hear about that, because when you look at it, he does not have solace to keep that ball away from a guy that's playing in the league, that's a multi-millionaire player that's on the opposing team. No, who does that? if you get the ball, throw the ball back to the ref. How about that?
Yeah.
But to hold on to the ball, only a person in a power position would feel like they can do something like that.
Yeah.
I think it shouldn't have been a tech call. Well, the tech definitely. What was the tech? What was the call on the tech?
I'm not sure what they labeled it, but he did get a technical foul out of it.
I would love to know what that call was.
Yeah, I'll try to see if I can look during the break what they called it. I mean, maybe just inappropriate contact or something like that. But they did give a technical foul, and for what it's worth, the Suns went on to win the game. I mean, this was early in the game, so it might not have been the biggest factor, but every point matters.
All right.
Y'all know what to do.
All right, we're going to take it to break. This is The Ticket, 93.7. When we come back, we're going to go Portal News. After I try to find out how to say this school name, I'll tell you. But this is the Black Shirt, Terrell Farley, 93.7 on with
Buck.
And the captain is online. We'll be back.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brandt.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You were so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Dive into good times and great savings when you take advantage of the above-ground swimming pool sale happening now at Bonzal Pool and Spa. All in-stock swimming pools are 50% off through the end of May while supplies last. You don't want to miss out on this hot deal. Visit our showroom at 33rd and Pioneers today. Learn more about the promotion at bonzalpool.com. Bonzal Pool and Spa, every day made better.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish all the moms out there a happy Mother's Day. We hope that everyone is able to show how much they care for and respect the moms in their life for this weekend especially, but in everyday life too. This important message comes to you from Bart, Mike, and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
Some kids worry about making the sports team. Others worry about where they'll sleep tonight. In Lincoln, 300 kids are in need of a safe and loving home. Cedars is here for them, but we do need your help. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day, your gift goes even further. I'm Jim Blue, president of the Cedars organization, and I'm asking you to go to givetolincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Sunday morning. It's quiet, not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Sunny skies, warm temps yet again here for our Monday. We'll see an afternoon high near 84. Winds out of the west at around 10 to 15. Overnight mainly clear, a low down to around 58. We'll see increasing clouds tomorrow and a chance of some showers and thunderstorms with a high back near 80. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
They're on the cusp of probably major announcements. Trev Albert, CAD, will ask for $250 million in that range. Now, add 70 maybe and put a roof on it.
Who would get to run the button that retracts the roof and does the also?
Maybe you'd be the honorary
I think
button.
I think you should be the first one to try it. It's Bill's idea. Bill
Maybe
gets to do the
be
first.
your
Here's what I thought. I just always thought it'd be a cool thing to have, the retractable roof.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning. Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Power on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yeah. Welcome back. The Ticket 93.7 on the black shirt. Terrell Farley. I'm with
Buck.
And I'm with
Captain.
There we go.
And we are powered by
Bauer.
I seen one of them trucks riding early this morning down Oak Street when I was on my way to clean again.
Yeah, they gotta get it. They gotta get it, man. That's the baddest dudes on the planet.
Now, Captain Richard Torres transferred. He found a school, and I never heard of this school. Bach,
I'm listening.
Bach, would you take the pleasures in introducing this school?
Yeah, Nebraska basketball fans actually know the school, unfortunately, because of an embarrassing loss to this team. But Incarnate Word is where Richard Torres is going to wind up. Incarnate Word is in San Antonio, Texas. I'm trying to see where they play in the FCS, so that might be why you don't necessarily recognize them. So, for Nebraska, for Richard Torres, obviously for any ex-Husker, you cheer for him and you hope they do well. But it's might be. I don't want to say this in a negative way to Richard Torres, but it might be good for Nebraska. You kind of look at your cleaning up your roster. If a guy's going to go to the FCS, that he might have been one of the wise cuts, I suppose.
Yeah, you're honest. You're right about that. But I just don't. I never heard of this school, so
yeah,
it's a shock to me. I know the kid got a good arm. I read up on this school. The head coach is 29 years old.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's 29 years old. Fast paced, high tempo offense they run. But that's about the only thing I've seen about him.
Well, and he is from the area. You have to keep that in mind too. So it might be more of a thing about wanting to play close to San Antonio as home. But
He's going home. I've heard of Incarnate Word before.
Yeah,
he's going home, and the NIL deals for him will be sweet. It's San Antonio. It's Texas. I mean, he's the guy now. He gets to go to a school where everything will be about him. I think that's a great thing for Torres. Any of those guys that transfer should be looking for schools that love them, that they're the main guy. If I went to Nebraska, I'm going to a smaller school that is like, BJ, we want you to be the guy. I mean, guys got to understand, is it better to sit the bench and say you play for a team or actually go play football in college while you get your degree?
Well, I heard what you said about NIL, but what you think those guys make at the FCS?
FCS,
yeah. What's the word? Have you ever knew anybody who was getting a great payment for them? But
anybody, I mean, I'm quite sure I could probably figure it out. I mean, what is Campbell? Is that FCS?
Oh, yeah, yep.
I mean, so, I would imagine they might not be breaking the bank like they would at a big school, but listen, $10,000 is a lot of money to a college student that got $0. So you're not going to tell me that Incarnate Word will have somebody at one of those boosters. All you got to do, I tell you what you do, Bob, for the next segment. Look up Celebrity Incarnate Word College.
Let's see if they have any alumni here.
I can guarantee you can compile a list of guys that got $10,000, $15,000, $100,000 laying around somewhere for their alma mater. So I don't think the money is an issue. I mean, how much are we talking about these guys making? How much are the guys making at college at Nebraska? Do we know that for a fact?
No, I mean, and I think the NIL thing gets thrown out when it's, I think that there are like, $100 gift cards going around and stuff like that here and there. But I think you're talking about primarily, not a large amount of guys bringing in a large amount of money. 5 or 6, 4 or 5 guys, whatever, bringing in, some pretty hefty amount of NIL, depending on the school, and then the rest of them, you kind of get a gift card or something here and there, but you're not, breaking the bank or anything. So to me, with Richard Torres, I think one is about going home. Like you said, one thing is about going home. Another thing is about, another positive about this is that he is going to be, maybe the guy there. I don't know what the quarterback situation there. He's obviously coming off an injury, but I'm sure they're going to love the fact that they got a Nebraska transfer coming in. And then another thing is Cam Ward was a transfer from there a few years ago that went to Washington State and did pretty well. Nebraska was actually in on him when they were thinking about getting a transfer. So, it could be just a stepping stone perhaps for Richard Torres to maybe kind of get his name back out there, back among the interest of other Power 5 offers. But, kind of when we talk too about the offers that are out there, when he talked to Jaquez Yant, he mentioned that he had some interest from some other schools, but he kind of just wanted to, he wanted to go home and felt comfortable there once he got there. So, I mean, I don't want to say that maybe Richard Torres just isn't getting any looks from anywhere. It might just be he wants to go home and kind of reset himself and kind of see where things go from there.
Listen, if I had an opportunity and I'm in Richard Torres' position and I can go home and play for an FCS school, he's going to be an elite quarterback in that league. He's going to be an elite quarterback. Credit the head coach for being smart enough to get after, I guarantee you, a family member and say, let's bring the kid home. I bet you won't see Richard Torres get in the transfer portal. No matter how good he is at Incarnate Word, he will not be in that transfer portal. He is going home to be the savior of whatever Incarnate Word is in San Antonio. Do you know what that's going to do for ticket sales? You guys there?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. To me, I don't know if it's big. I mean, I think he's going to have to kind of reestablish himself. I don't, I think they'll probably be excited about the connection, but I don't know if it'll translate, immediately to too much NIL or ticket sales.
Are you kidding me right now, Bob?
I mean, you might have like,
let me give you a story. Let me give you a story of the power of Nebraska football, Bob. So I was playing. I got released from Seattle. I came back. worked out. Kansas City was interested. A bunch of teams were interested in me, having me come out for a free agent workout. But I wanted to go to the Barnstormers because I didn't want to just be sitting around. So I go to the Barnstormers. The week I signed, we were playing in the Red River Rumble. You ever heard of that?
Oh, who's that against?
Arizona Rattlers against us.
Okay.
I don't know why they call it the Red River because it was the Missouri River. I don't know. All I know is we played in that game in the preseason. And before the game, only 2,000 tickets were sold. Myself and John Zadiska signed with the Barnstormers. I'm not saying it was us. All I know is when they announced that we were signing with the Barnstormers, ticket sales sold out the Civic Auditorium. I got the Iron Man of the Game award in that game in front of my hometown. The only time I've ever played in front of my hometown. And let me tell you, that was one of the best feelings in the world to be able to get that, not only get that award and get that win. Terrell, you were like this. They were going into the end zone. It's like 15 seconds to go. We're losing by, I think, 1 or 2 points. I'm playing defensive end. The quarterback, they run like some type of, try to run an option. I come off the corner, knock the ball in the air, kick it off and run it in for 49 yards for the win.
Where's the proof, Captain?
For the win. At home, though.
You have a video
at
of
home.
that?
What?
You got a video of that, Captain?
You know, I don't know if there's a video of that. That's a great question. Maybe I can call Burrow, Jimmy Burrow, who was one of the defensive back coach at the time. We know who Jimmy Burrow is, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Not the son, the dad. So I don't know. That's a great question, man. That's something I want to know. I would imagine there's got to be some type of game tape for it.
Yeah, I got to watch you play some defense. I bet that is hilarious.
I don't know why, boy. I was coming off that corner. I don't know what you talking about. I can hit something. If I couldn't do nothing else, I can hit you. All hitting is not being afraid to run into somebody with your body at 100 miles an hour. And there ain't too many people that I'm not afraid to just go. I call it just trick off die. Just go and just smash mouth at the, what do we call it? Bobby Boucher. Y'all heard of Bobby Boucher, right?
Yeah, water boy.
There you go. Why was Bobby Boucher a legend?
Knocking people out, I suppose.
He's
all right
there. Bobby Boucher is an actor. That's like Lawrence Taylor in action right there.
Coming from somebody who loves movies, you can definitely appreciate the way Bobby Boucher was hitting people.
Better not talk wrong about Water. He'll come after you. Water is his mama.
Oh, speaking of NIL, Bronny James signed with USC.
Oh, yeah.
He's expected to bring in close to $4 to $5 million in NIL deals.
That USC is starting to become a monster. If they get Bronny to sign, that's going to help their football program as well.
Oh yeah, and let me tell you something why it's going to help them out, because if they send Bronny over there to talk to your boy Riola,
talk to,
they're going to send.
Are you kidding me? Stop giving people ideas, Terrell Farley, black shirt.
I'm not giving people ideas, man. You don't think they gonna say, "Hey, Bronny, man, we got this kid coming in. We want you to go shake his hand and stuff."
I don't know. I hope not, though.
Yeah.
I do hope the unthinkable, the unimaginable happens, and we lock down Riola, because I do know he's a game changer. He's durable. He can spin the ball in tight places, and there's nothing like a quarterback that can spin the ball.
All right. We'll be back. This is the Ticket 93.7 on the Black Shirt. Terrell Farley. I'm with
Buck.
And I'm with
the Captain.
And we'll be back.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. And you can check out our spaces before you visit in person with a virtual campus tour. An opportunity to see our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford as you learn about our programs and areas of study. There are virtual tours of our learning centers too. We can even take you on a personalized virtual tour. Learn more on our website, southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that. Options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Some kids worry about making the sports team. Others worry about where they'll sleep tonight. In Lincoln, 300 kids are in need of a safe and loving home. Cedars is here for them, but we do need your help. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day, your gift goes even further. I'm Jim Blue, president of the Cedars organization, and I'm asking you to go to givetolincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
This is Jay Foreman. I wore gear to protect my health on the football field, and I'm protecting it now by staying up to date with the bivalent COVID vaccine. Get up to date while it's still free and stay protected. Learn more at healthylincoln.org.
Summer is near. Now's the time to clean or replace your furnace filter to get the most out of your AC. Find energy-saving tips at les.com/save-energy.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Sunny skies, warm temps yet again here for our Monday. We'll see an afternoon high near 84. Winds out of the west at around 10 to 15. Overnight mainly clear, a low down to around 58. We'll see increasing clouds tomorrow and a chance of some showers and thunderstorms with a high back near 80. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yes, 93.7 The Ticket.
Oh, yes. We're back. And I got this thing I want to talk about, Captain. Nebraska football, the ESPN, let me see what this is. The FPI ratings are believed to say the Huskers won't win 4 games next year. Probably 4 games. So it starts off with the FPI, the Huskers aren't going to be great. It does appear that they are going to get off to a pretty fast start. They got us estimated to lose to Minnesota in the opening. And then they got us 70% chance to beat a Colorado team, which has been rising fast in the transfer portal. They actually have 71 players now. Thing about them, they don't know anything about the school or what they're going to run, but they got players in. So besides Colorado, that gives us an 80% chance of beating Northern Illinois and Louisiana Tech to start the season at 3-1. So then after that, it goes 20. Hold on. Didn't say the. So we got a 12% chance of beating Michigan, a 30% chance of beating Illinois, and a 50-50 to beat Purdue and Maryland. 30% of beating Wisconsin, and a 40% chance of beating Iowa. So
yeah, it's kind of interesting. They also released the numbers as far as like betting lines go for Nebraska for the Big Ten in totality. DraftKings and Caesars did, and DraftKings had Nebraska at 6. Caesars has Nebraska at 6.5. If you listen to early break this morning, Coach Bill Bush thinks that's a little low because of the schedule out there. He thinks they might get closer to 8.5 or 9 wins. And it's just an interesting conversation overall about what does the nation perceive Nebraska to be? What do we perceive Nebraska to be? And to me, I think that the goal, obviously, for any team, is not to go 500. You want to do better than that. But for a fan base, shouldn't be to have 8 or 9 wins, because then if they do that, you don't see that as something special or something being, something that would be, a challenge to overcome. I think if this team gets to 8 or 9 wins, confetti should be blown from the rooftop. I mean, that should be an incredible job for kind of what has been overtaken. I understand it's an easier schedule, but that's why I don't like to get into the preseason. Hey, you're going to win 8 to 9 games. If the nation is saying 6, then I'll stick with what most people, an unbiased opinion is of Nebraska. By the way, these numbers have been coming out the last 5 years, as we know, under Scott Frost, and Nebraska's been coming up short anyway. But I just don't. I think I understand the excitement and trying to get people excited. And if you truly think Nebraska should win 8 or 9 games this year, then you can say it. I don't like having that preseason expectation, because I don't think that's fair to how good of a coaching job that would be to get Nebraska to 8 to 9 wins.
Can we just beat Minnesota? How about that? Because nobody knows what we are. We don't know. Spring game didn't really tell us a lot. We don't know. But I'm not saying we're going to win any games. I'm saying, can we beat Minnesota? Then we can talk about Colorado. We can talk about what the percentages are. But Minnesota is looming large. That's the target. That's what my focus would be this offseason. My focus would be Minnesota. My team would be as prepared for a team as we could be. I would know exactly what Minnesota is going to run, when they're going to run it. Now, let me ask this question. What did this SBI, IPI, Sports Illustrated, Sports whatever.
ESPN,
what
FPI.
did they, whatever. What did they give Colorado? What is their chance? Well, how many games did they say Colorado was going to win?
they haven't said. Oh, what they did say about Colorado. Hold on. While the Buffaloes are on the rise, it appears it will be a bit before they are considered a team that really competes. The Nebraska
So don't
football
give a
team
win total.
has more than 80. They have 80. Well, they said we'll beat them. I mean, they didn't say it for Colorado yet. I haven't looked at Colorado's yet.
So it looks like Colorado is about 95th, or was this last year? About 95th in the FPI. I mean, and you know, there's only so much you can do with numbers in the offseason, and Colorado doesn't have a fully, you know, put together team. So that's kind of interesting. So, I mean, I'm sure I don't know. Again, I'm trying to read and see exactly what, you know, how many games they'd favor them in. But 95th in the FBI obviously isn't very good. So they're not going to be favored in too many. They're coming off a 1-win season. Keep that in mind as well. So any numbers
What are we?
Together.
What are we?
We're coming off a 4-win season, obviously.
No, I know that, but what are we as far as you said they're 95th or 96th? What are we?
Let me see if I can pull this up because they don't have the, unfortunately, okay, they do have the ranking. Let me see here. Nebraska is 52nd.
Well, there you go. We should at least beat Colorado.
Yeah.
According to what they say, but how many times has what they say been spot on?
Yeah, it's generally, I mean, that's the fun of sports is you don't really know, and the preseason rankings are completely different than the postseason rankings. Now, at the top, you know, any numbers you put together can do pretty good to tell you that Ohio State and Alabama and Georgia and you know, those teams are generally going to be in the discussion. But, you know, as far as picking out, I mean, I always think it's really hard. I mean, if you want to like game by game try to predict Ohio State, you're going to have a much better chance of getting that correct than you are Nebraska or Minnesota, just because, you know, you kind of know where Ohio State is. You might not pick the right, you know, loss or two that they're going to have, but you kind of know where to base that at. Nebraska, we don't know. And I'm taking the cautious approach just because the last 5 years, I mean, you know, there's only so much heartbreaking to have with a Husker fan, right? So I'm taking a cautious approach, kind of waiting until you see it. But like you said, this is brand new. This isn't Scott Frost. This isn't the Scott Frost program where we can say, hey, the preseason rankings say 6. They never get there. So it's probably going to be 4.5, you know, 5, somewhere around there. This is a new thing. So, you know, all the past stuff about, well, the Huskers haven't done this in so many years and they're not beating anybody here. This is a new program. And you got to give it some time. That being said, there are some indicators. There are some things that Matt Rule brings along with him as well. And to me, that's why another reason for my cautious approach is his first year at his other stops. He's won 12% of his games in total. You know, it has taken some time. Now he says that this Nebraska program he's taken over is in much better shape and ready to roll than Baylor and Temple were. But, you know, stats are the stats there too. And that's not a whole lot of wins in your first year of the program. So again, I kind of have a cautious approach, but I would also say don't just throw Scott Frost's program, you know, in the expectations that you had on Scott Frost's program on this Matt Rule staff. This is a brand new thing.
I think expectations are still the same. It's high. Get us to 9 wins. Get us out of the misery that we've been in for the last 20 years or 10 years or however long Riley and Scott been here. And then, you know, you got your Bo Pelini era, but that was marred as well. But, you know, because we keep firing coaches. And so I just think that the era and the expectation is the same. I think Coach Rule knows he's got a ways to go to build this team into what he wants it to be. But he's willing to build it brick by brick, mortar by mortar. That's important, to build it from the foundation up. He knows, we all know it could be a disaster, but it's the way they play the game, man. If they're giving everything and they're flying around to the ball as black shirts, like black shirts of old, and they just come up short, that's different. If they're giving everything they got and we're running the ball and we're making an effort to run the ball and we're ball controlling and we just come up short, that's different. But if you're jumping off sides, fumbling, mishaps, dropping balls, missing tackles, if you're doing the ABCs of football bad, now we really got a problem. because that means the fundamentals of the game was not taught again. Nebraska is a good football team with good talent. What they lack is discipline. What they lack is technique. What they lack is heart. Those are the things that will make Nebraska football great again. And it's not like it's big things. X's and O's will take care of themselves. But the players knowing how to play the game, the players knowing what to do in the game is way more important than anything we can even talk about when it comes to Nebraska football, new coaches, and all the other stuff that you want to throw about winning games. We'll know Minnesota game. Because I can tell you now, Jeff Sims can't put the ball on the ground in Nebraska like we did in the spring game and expect to beat Minnesota.
Or Colorado, or anybody. Take it out, Bob.
All right, you're listening to the captain here on 93.7 The Ticket with the three-time national champ, Rashawn Jackson, the national champion All-American himself, Terrell Farley, and myself, Bach. Will be back after these messages.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Jay Foreman. I wore gear to protect my health on the football field, and I'm protecting it now by staying up to date with the bivalent COVID vaccine. Get up to date while it's still free and stay protected. Learn more at healthylincoln.org.
Mother's Day is on Sunday, May 14th. Do you know what you're getting your mom this year? Stop procrastinating and get her the one thing that she wants, a massage. The Body Shop in Lincoln offers all sorts of massages. All you have to do to win this Mother's Day is get mom a gift card from the Body Shop. Swedish massage, deep tissue massage, hand and foot massage, and so much more. Gift cards can only be bought online at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop, located at 48th and A.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and we are celebrating a record sales month in April, and we're going to let it roll and crank up in the month of May. We have some big discounts and special interest rates going on this month on selected new in-stock Sierras and Silverados. Buy a new Silverado or Sierra, get $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. You heard right, $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. We have outstanding specials on all of our new and pre-owned GM certified units. So stop on in and see us or check us out online at cobblecars.com. You'll be glad you did. New discount must trade in and finance with the roof credit.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere sprayer from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Leverage the industry's latest technology with See and Spray to target weeds in season, in corn and soybeans, and use less herbicide per acre. Utilize Exact Apply to save in chemical usage and prevent over-application. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details and experience the Landmark difference.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
There's never been a better time to earn more on your checking account. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account with Liberty First Credit Union and earn up to 5.5% APY for up to $40,000. It's simple. Open your Kasasa Cash checking account online or stop into any of the 4 Lincoln locations or Seward and Omaha branches. Liberty First makes switching easy, and Kasasa checking is always free. See libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. And you can check out our spaces before you visit in person with a virtual campus tour. An opportunity to see our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford as you learn about our programs and areas of study. There are virtual tours of our learning centers too. We can even take you on a personalized virtual tour. Learn more on our website, southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Some kids worry about making the sports team. Others worry about where they'll sleep tonight. In Lincoln, 300 kids are in need of a safe and loving home. Cedars is here for them, but we do need your help. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day, your gift goes even further. I'm Jim Blue, president of the Cedars organization, and I'm asking you to go to givetolincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
I wanted to quit for so long, but I didn't know where to start.
I was afraid of what people would think, but then I found the right support to start my recovery journey. 1 in 14 Americans reports experiencing a substance use disorder, a treatable medical condition. Treatment can take many forms, so there are a variety of options to explore and find the one that works best for you. Recovery from drug addiction is possible.
Paid for by the CDC. Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
3-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown.
Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven. Coming at you live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
As I'm riding down 75. University of Tulsa land.
Oh, the Golden Hurricanes.
Oh, man, you right by my JUCO, man. You should have gave me a ride.
What was you going to do when you got there?
Oh, I just would have went in there and took a picture with my old picture.
When was the last time you've been to your JUCO?
1994.
That lets you know how much that school is it was just a dream, Terrell.
It wasn't a dream because let me tell you something. Your picture, once you make All-American there, your picture is there forever. Harvey Grant and his brother picture were there when I got there, and they was in the league.
But you haven't been back.
I just want to go look at it. You know, you always want to look at a place where you started it all from. And I can say that from high school, but my junior college started it all for me. You know, it was a magical moment for me just to be that far away from home as a 17-year-old kid who had just graduated and was really 12 hours away from home. So it's kind of special to me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why haven't you been back in 40 years?
I just probably ain't had a chance.
Have you been out in that area?
I've been close to it.
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah, I've been in Kansas, but I was probably in I forgot the part I was in, but it wasn't far. Probably like an hour away. But VJ, in other news, college football news, K-State coach signed a 8-year, $44 million deal to be at Kansas State, which is $5.5 million a year. After winning the Big 12 title, upsetting the number 3 team in the nation, lost to Alabama in the bowl game, has probably 9 starters coming back on offense next year and a ton of defensive players. My question is, I don't know if we overpaid or or what, but this guy won the Big 12 and he's still not hitting the 6 million mark. So, that's a good question for me to have for you.
Well, first of all, what was the score in the K-State Alabama bowl game?
That's not the point where we're coming.
45-20 for what it's worth.
I mean, they won the Big 12.
Yeah, I know. Landslide victory is what I'm saying is, and I'm simply saying $5.5 million to coach K-State out in Manhattan, that's a lot of moolah.
You can say
Nebraska requires an $8 or $9 million coach. I would imagine that Trev is for the money that we've paid. I would imagine that there better be some type of results, because Trev is a football guy, right? Who was an All-American, former 5th overall pick in the draft. Let's not forget who the athletic director is. So the money should be well spent, and we'll know against Minnesota, was it?
And we know too that
Did I answer your question?
Nebraska was interested in Chris Kleiman. That was one of the people that there was a few of them that were reported. I think Chris Kleiman was reported as at least having a meeting with Nebraska. He almost won too much at Kansas State. He kind of like got it going, as the season progressed. Yeah. It's just kind of like, okay, well now why would you leave Kansas State? You already have it kind of built up. But that is, there is a monetary difference there. I kind of agree with Terrell. It's kind of interesting. If you ask the question flat out, would you rather Chris Kleiman at 5.5 or Matt Rule averaging wherever he's going to average at? Right now, obviously you would probably land with Kleiman, but we'll have to see. He's had 4 years at Kansas State. What does Matt Rule look like in year 4 at Nebraska?
Yeah. Now here's my take. I don't have anything against this, what Matt Rule makes, but this guy right here, Chris Kleiman, he came from, South Dakota. He was with Craig Bowl, North Dakota State. Mm-hmm. So he was with Craig Bowl. He won 4 FBS titles by himself and 7 overall. So he comes to K-State and he builds them back up because they was down at a point. They was like Nebraska, So my question is, like, this guy, he earned every bit. Now, not my problem, but my question is, Matt Rule, who has coached the college football in 3 years, you got to understand the Big Ten. That's my first question. Does he understand Big Ten football? Because this isn't the Big 12 right here. It is a totally different football when it comes to the Big 12 and the Big 10. With the Big 10 being more a dominant, more run league or 50-50. My thing is, but this guy, he came up from the rankings and he went to K-State and he did his job.
Again, I think he's a good coach. Obviously, he wasn't a coach for Nebraska, or he'd be at Nebraska. And I think $5.5 million, $8.5 million is still millions of dollars to coach college football. And so I think, what do you think Michigan State's saying right now?
Yeah, they're they got a headache going on over there.
What do you think Texas A&M is saying right
now?
Yeah, you don't pay coaches that type of money until they impress me. That's what I would say, because there's only one coach deserves that type of money. It's probably 2 right now, and that's Kirby and that's Kirby and Nick Saban. The guys who win every year. You can put Ryan Day up there. You can put Jim Harbaugh up there. But the rest of the coaches, I don't think they should be doing that much.
Oh, well, I just think if you it is what it is. That's that we're in Rome doing the Romans do. So, you can't think for 1 second that all these people are getting paid in college football. And if I'm Chris, why would I consider coming to Nebraska to rebuild?
Yeah.
What would be what do I gain to earn by coming to Nebraska, even if they pay me $8 million?
Well, that would be it. That would be maybe $2 or $3 million more a year, but other than that.
Oh, they got.
Yeah,
but if you say this is an 8-3 team, 8 and 9-3 team, this is not rebuilding. This is just a.
It's not 9-3, Terrell. It's 4-8. It's 4-8. It's 5-7.
saying.
It's 3-6, or whatever it was, and 3-9.
Well, one of your good friends now, Will Compton, was on his show. He said he sees Nebraska going 9-3.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
Will Compton drinking the Kool-Aid.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I had to ask him another question, but
So he's trying to get some. Yeah. I mean, at least Will Compton's at least using his name and what he's earned to get Nebraska talked about, at least on his media page. If he says they're 6-6, and you know, who's even going to blink twice? He was like, whatever. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but I think at this point we got to be realist about where we're at.
Yeah.
We can't keep going into seasons thinking that we are somewhere and we're completely different. Every year during Scott Frost's era, we seem to think that that was the year. But you study losing people, and then you're like, oh, that's the year. No. It's been a year of turmoil year after year after year. So what does Matt Rule have to do differently than Scott Frost and Mike Riley in order to be successful? That's the real question.
When?
And like I said, it starts with, well, we didn't start somewhere, though. It's getting the right players and putting them in the right position to make plays. That's what Coach Rule has to do. Figure out who your fullback is. Figure out your top 3 receivers. Figure out who's going to be your 7 linemen that you're going to use interchangeably. Name me 7 of the top linemen we got at Nebraska. Who is it? Who's the top 7 going to be?
Yeah.
Y'all quiet.
Well, yeah, I mean, they've got to put it together, but it's interesting too. Like because I think the pay thing is interesting. You know, and we can kind of throw it at the side, say it doesn't matter, or whatever. But when you were kind of asking, that's like, what does Matt Rule have to do to be successful at Nebraska? And when I think of the Matt Rule hire, I think get Nebraska back to, you know, like you're kind of saying earlier, that 9-win standard, or at least, you know, I don't. To me, it doesn't. It's not a failure.
Wait, Bob. Hold on, Bob. I'm not telling you 9 wins for me is Rule getting us back. I'm saying, can we have a winning season and go to a bowl game?
Yeah, in
that's
year
all
one.
I want.
In year one, yeah.
That's all I want in year one is let's fight. Let's go hard. Let's lay it out on the field. And I mean everything. And then get to figure out a way we slide into a bowl game. Figure out a way we can play better than 500 football. Then I'll tell you, okay, we're starting to sustain, because the teams that you guys named off earlier, like the Minnesotas, are you kidding me right now? Minnesota? We're comparing Nebraska to Minnesota? No. We are compared to the Michigans, to the Ohio States, to the upper echelons of the Big Ten, the Wisconsins. That's who we need to be taught. When they talk about the Big Ten, and now the USCs of the world, and probably the UCLAs, but when you talk about the Big Ten, Nebraska needs to be in the top 5 conversation.
Yeah.
In order to do that, again, infrastructure. And if you need me to call Big Slim to tell you what infrastructures mean, all you got to do is let me know.
But now, again, I'm still interested in the salary thing, just because what the expectation eventually, like you're saying, this is a building type of scenario, so it's not expect this in year one. But if you're paying Matt Rule top 10 money, which you're paying him top 10 money to be a college football head coach. Eventually, do you move the goalpost to national championships, conference championships, or would you be satisfied if Matt Rule gets Nebraska back to kind of the 9-10 wins every year? Would that be successful enough? Or because he's paid like a top 10 coach, you need top 10 finishes?
Are we talking like after 4 years?
Yeah, we're talking down the line.
Of course, man. If we're back winning 19 games a season, you can't say anything but great job. You can't try to say we got to be winning national championships because before we won the national championship in '94, when was the last time we won it?
Yeah, 22 years.
Okay, then.
But we didn't tell Frank Solis good job. We didn't tell Bo Pelina good job for 9-3. See, that's the thing. They're going to want more and more and more.
Yeah, I mean, again, Bo Pelini was told good job. Bo Pelini made nice money at Nebraska. And Bo Pelini, if he would have just been Bo Pelini and not let people record him talking about the fans, he'd probably still be here. If they wouldn't have hired, what's the guy from Miami? What is his name?
Sean Eichhorst.
Eichhorst.
Yep.
If they wouldn't have hired Eichhorst from the University of Miami, who knows what would have happened? But it wasn't a Nebraska guy. Trev Alberts is a Nebraska guy. I can go on a limb right now and tell you if Trev was there, I bet you both still would have been here. If Trev was there when Frank was there, Frank would have still been there. So at the end of the day, this is a hire by Trev. I think he knows that this hire makes or breaks him as an athletic director. So he's going to pour in all the resources. And if I'm Matt Rule, now that I think about it, hindsight 20, if I'm anybody and I came to the University of Nebraska with the turnover and the turmoil that has been going on around here, you got to pay me long term. Like I said to Coach Rule myself, Coach, this is a 20-year job. And I think Coach Rule knows it's a 20-year job. And maybe in year 20, 18, if he gets lucky, 15, we'll be in the championship game. But if you guys are thinking Coach Rule is the savior, and we're going to be in the championship game within 5 years, you're crazy. You're crazy. Now, we could be in the Big Ten championship game, but not the regular championship game. It's going to take 7, 10, 15 years of constant rebuild. You got to understand. Coach Osborne retired after 25 years, 5 of which was the best years of any college coach career. Go back and look at it. Coach Osborne's last 5 years of his career was the best 5 years of any coach in their last 5 years in college football. But it took him 20 years to get there.
But that's not everybody's path, though. That doesn't just because that was Osborne's path doesn't mean that has to be.
How long
Matt
did it
Rule.
take Nick Saban to win his first championship, sir?
Oh, in totality at LSU or at Alabama?
It's got to be in totality of his coaching career, because Coach Osborne his totality of his head coaching career was at Nebraska for 25 years.
Yeah, but it's all different. Coach Osborne overtook a top 5 team. Nick Saban had to work it out at Michigan State. He was never going to have a chance, So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Every
I
circumstance
get it, but he had to fill in the shoes of a legend. Same thing that Solich was asked to do. And I'm saying, what is Nick Saban's his head coaching career? How many years had he been head coach before he won the championship?
It would have been 10 then.
That's one great job. Yeah. Nick Saban had to get beat up by the legend in order to do it.
Well, that's 6 of those years at Toledo and Michigan State. Took him 4 years at LSU to get to a championship game and 3 years at Alabama.
So I again, my hat's off to Nick Saban. Nick's got it figured out.
Yeah.
Just like when you mentioned Coach Osborne and Nick Saban in the same light, you can.
Yeah.
Even though Coach Osborne's greater, I just a tick.
All right.
But I am anyway. I can't. You guys throw it. You know me. Yeah.
He's a coach.
Go Big Red.
Go
All
Big
right.
Red.
We're gonna give a shout out to the American Nightmares. His birthday today. He turns 24 years old. Happy birthday, American Nightmare, from the guys at 93.7 The Ticket. I'm Terrell Farley, the black shirt. I'm with Bach, and the captain, and with
the captain.
All right, we'll be back.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
NASCAR is known for fast cars, roaring action, and big bucks. The Nebraska Lottery's NASCAR Powerball Playoff promotion features all three, especially the bucks. Until May 30th, buy a Powerball ticket with Power Play or Double Play, enter the voucher number, and you could be one of 15 winners of $1,000 and the chance to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship Weekend. Enter today. Powerball top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
As a Nebraska Lottery retailer, I'm always looking for new ways to promote scratch and lotto tickets. So this year, I've hired the local hockey team to remind people how fast, easy, and fun the games are. Hey, no cross-checking customers. Sorry, have it. It's a little hectic, but it's working. $1 $2 scratch ticket coming your way. Oh, nice shot. Right in the breadbasket.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere sprayer from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Leverage the industry's latest technology with See & Spray to target weeds in season, in corn and soybeans, and use less herbicide per acre. Utilize Exact Apply to save in chemical usage and prevent over-application. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details and experience the Landmark difference.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mix Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginnings in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
This is former Husker and NFL veteran Jay Foreman. Some kids worry about making the team. Others worry about where they'll sleep at night. In Lincoln, over 3,000 kids are at risk of homelessness. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day on Wednesday, May 24th, your gift goes even further. Go to givelincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
There's never been a better time to earn more on your checking account. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account with Liberty First Credit Union and earn up to 5.5% APY for up to $40,000. It's simple. Open your Kasasa Cash checking account online or stop into any of the 4 Lincoln locations or Seward and Omaha branches. Liberty First makes switching easy, and Kasasa checking is always free. See libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Dive into good times and great savings when you take advantage of the above-ground swimming pool sale happening now at Bonsall Pool & Spa. All in-stock swimming pools are 50% off through the end of May while supplies last. You don't want to miss out on this hot deal. Visit our showroom at 33rd and Pioneers today. Learn more about the promotion at bonsallpool.com. Bonsall Pool & Spa, every day made better.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rush into your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln by offering a number of services. From group homes for special needs adults to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the intellectual and developmental disability services your loved one needs to live a fulfilling life. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a more rewarding career, learn more about available positions. Learn more about services for your loved ones or employment today at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to The Ticket 93.7 on this gorgeous Monday morning. Captain, you there?
Oh, yeah. Beautiful 78. I'm almost to Burlington.
You headed back or you headed down?
I'm headed down. I wish I was headed back. That would have been beautiful.
What you looking to pick up today? Is it an auction or you already got the cars?
Yeah, I already bought them. I got I think a 2013 BMW X3 and a 2014 Audi A4 Premium Plus.
All right. I'll check them out when you get back. What you got, Bob?
Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
I before you say that, Bob, I happen to look at, even though I'm driving, I don't know how I looked at it, but I happen to look at the basketball deal with Jokic. And I just really and truly, I saw it, but I really and truly think that nobody else could get away with holding that ball the way that guy was trying to hold that ball.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about that. He shouldn't have got a tech.
Yeah, let me look it up because the name, or excuse me, the Suns coach just tweeted out about it. Excuse me, the Suns owner.
What did he say?
Let me look it up real quick. I had it in front of me, now I lost it. But basically, he was saying I can do it word for word here in a second. But basically, he's saying that he doesn't want this to be the distraction or anything, and nobody should be fined or suspended. Yeah, and you know the series should go on. So
yeah, because he probably should be fined or suspended for holding on to the ball. I'm serious. You can't be bumping. You can't, as a fan, bump a player. Are you serious? And he got a tick because that ref knew that was the owner. You can't be bumping players. There's no way I'm telling you, they would have took him out on a stretcher. Bumping a player. It just don't happen. But anyway.
And particularly to me too, because he's holding, like, again, he's holding the ball so that Detroit, or excuse me, so that Denver can't get the ball and inbounds it. So like he's holding up the game on behalf of the Suns, and he's the Suns owner. You know, whether he's a fan or owner or whatever, that's not a good look.
No, it's not, and it shouldn't. And he should be reprimanded. He should be fined. Jokic should be reinstated. That tech is bull. They shouldn't have got a tech at all. They trying to play a playoff game. They're not trying to mess around letting refs or players and fans hold the game up if I'm trying to hurry up and inbound the ball because you got a guy that dove into the stands on purpose. He dove on purpose into to try to what? Save the ball, right?
Yeah.
Well, he did.
Well, if you got to dive for a ball in basketball, do you really think you're going to really save it all the time? And then you're a basketball player. Where do you think you're going to land? I only think basketball players do that old trick off diving truck for a basketball because they know they're going to land on some people.
Yeah.
Well, here's
because if they knew they was going to hit the floor or hit the wall, I guarantee you they wouldn't be diving.
Well, here's the thing. After the block, the ball went out of bounds, and the ref said Denver's ball, or whoever it was, Denver's ball. So Jokovic tried to run over there and grab the ball, which he didn't want to let go. So that's, so that should be automatic attack for delay of game. You know what I'm saying? So they should have hit the
against Phoenix.
Yeah, against Phoenix. Phoenix should have been hit with a delay of game.
So here was this tweet. It said, "Great win for the Suns last night. An amazing series so far. That should be and is the only story. Suspending or fining anyone over last night's incident would not be right. I have a lot of respect for Jokic and don't want to see anything like that. Excited for Game 5. Go Suns."
See what it
but,
is.
Never one time did he take responsibility for his actions.
Yeah. Now to be in this situation, he is looking like the evil owner. I will say that, but he did do something good recently where he allowed the Suns and Phoenix Mercury. I think he owns the Mercury too, but the WNBA team, but especially the Suns. He's allowing those games to be in 3 million Arizona households for free. So he kind of opened it up instead of making more money by making everybody pay. He's trying to get the local teams and the local community behind his teams and to be able to see him. So again, I mean, maybe that's kind of off topic there a little bit, but just to let it be known, Matt Ishbia, not an evil owner. He's actually, gave up money, which we don't see a whole lot of owners doing for more exposure to the fans.
We ain't worried about the money, but here's somebody else's point on it. They said that he recognized this and decided to hold on to the ball for an extra split second, and that for him to allow his player on his team to get up so he can run back down the court. Now that led to
that's cheating.
Yeah,
that's cheating.
That led to Djokovic trying to rip the ball from him. And to me, his actions, this is what they said. To me, his actions as a spectator are what led to this situation. I believe he interfered with the run of play. It should have been ejected from his own arena. This is what they are saying. So, it's not Djokovic's fault. It's this guy's fault for trying to hold on to the ball.
100%, Terrell. 100%. There's no way that either you or I can get away with doing something like that. It just won't happen. You're not gonna they're gonna throw you off the sideline, Terrell. You say something crazy. So the owner was dead wrong for holding that ball. The refs were dead wrong for allowing that owner to get away with it at all. And I just think that's as Jokic, you don't know what type of tie that they had on the game. That was a fast break opportunity. This guy's laying in the crowd. The ref said side out Denver. I'm taking the ball out. Give me the ball so we can get down the court. So we'll figure out as time goes on who was right. But I think that owner, as they keep looking at this thing, I think the owner might get a fine.
Yeah, I could see it happening. I did want to say this too before we take a break because it's a good shout out for not just a former Husker, but the other football leagues, the spring football leagues that are going on. So this came out over the weekend. XFL St. Louis Battlehawks defender Freedom Akinmolidin, of course, former Husker, has been asked to join the Dolphins minicamp. He appeared in 10 games this year for the Battlehawks. He wasn't like an all-star or anything with him. Had 14 tackles and 1 sack, but the Dolphins liked what they've seen of him. Also, he's got he has USFL experience. Of course, like I said, just playing in the XFL. He was in the NFL for 3 seasons with the Giants and the Bengals and Titans and Jets. So, I mean, he's already done some work in the NFL, but I just think that's cool. I don't know how many of those guys. It's usually just a handful of those guys that get another chance to break into the league after playing in one of these spring leagues, and Freedom's going to be one of them.
That's good.
And shout out to Freedom for continuing his career. I'm nothing but happy for a kid that gets an opportunity to make more money than he's ever going to make for the rest of his life, and maybe better himself, his family, and his situation, and hopefully his community. So shout out to him for definitely doing that. But I'm sorry, y'all, but I got to go back to this owner. And then what you got to talk about the flop, Pop. You got to talk about the flop.
Yeah, that was a flop.
Yeah. I mean, Jokic is a big guy.
Come on, Bob.
I mean, come on.
See where LeBron gets that from, huh?
Whoa. Don't be throwing LeBron. Who's the team owner? Who's the team owner?
His name
Who's
is
the team?
Matt Ishbia.
No, he owns what team?
Suns.
Perfect. Who's the 2 biggest floppers in the league?
LeBron and probably Draymond Green.
Chris Paul and Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant. Oh, my God.
I'm sorry. Chris Paul and Kevin Durant are the biggest floppers in the league. Go look at they got highlights of them flopping.
We need to do a poll on that. Who's the biggest flopper? Chris Paul, LeBron James, or Kevin Durant? I bet you LeBron wins.
No, put Dre Bob in there too. Put Dre Bob because he's a big time flopper. He's a huge flopper.
Yeah. There's an art in that's part of the game now is flopping.
Who? Can we put 5 in with Luther Harden because he's a flopper too?
Who we say?
I think James Harden. He said Luther Harden, but
yeah. I listen. James Harden is who I'm talking about. Luther Harden used to play for Nebraska.
Luther.
Big Lou, Tiny Lou. Big Lou is what we called him though, not Tiny Lou. If you mess with him with that Tiny Lou, only Debo can call him Tiny Lou. Everybody else better call him Big Lou. So come on, Bob. The flop. Can we put 5 in it, Bob?
I could try to do one. What do you? We can only do 4 though, unfortunately.
Okay, so who we knocking out? All right, because I gotta have Kevin Durant and Chris Paul.
Well, LeBron has to be in there.
Yeah. So
okay, well then if that's the case, who's a bigger flopper between Dre Bob and Harden? Definitely Harden.
Yeah, offensively, but let's just do Draymond because he'll get more interaction from the fans. I think some people will vote Draymond.
All right, let's go Draymond. Let's see what happens in that situation. We're gonna laugh at this one.
All right, we got to get on time today, so we're going to take a quick break here because you're actually going to be joining Carricker for the first part of his shows, right, VJ?
Yes, sir.
There we go. So we'll get out early. VJ will not. He's working overtime. But we'll take a quick break here on The Captain on 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be back to wrap up The Captain in just a few minutes.
Walking down the avenue, crazy.
Springtime is here, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere sprayer from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Leverage the industry's latest technology with See and Spray to target weeds in season, in corn and soybeans, and use less herbicide per acre. Utilize Exact Apply to save in chemical usage and prevent over-application. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details and experience the Landmark difference.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $20 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Warm weather calls for fun in the sun and in the pool. If a backyard pool is in your summer plans, make electrical safety your priority. Visit les.com/safety to keep your family safe.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
It's springtime, and you know what that means. It's sandal season at Brown Shoe Fit. To celebrate the start of the season, we're offering $10 off sandals under $105 and $15 off sandals $110 or more, now through May 14th. Enjoy brands like Atrex, Teva, Clarks, Taos, Keen, and many more on sale now. This deal won't last long, so come on down to Brown Shoe Fit for our spring sandal sale. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details. Brown Shoe Fit Lincoln, 66 NQ.
Some kids worry about making the sports team. Others worry about where they'll sleep tonight. In Lincoln, 300 kids are in need of a safe and loving home. Cedars is here for them, but we do need your help. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day, your gift goes even further. I'm Jim Blue, president of the Cedars organization, and I'm asking you to go to givetolincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Sunny skies, warm temps yet again here for our Monday. We'll see an afternoon high near 84. Winds out of the west at around 10 to 15. Overnight mainly clear. A low down to around 58. We'll see increasing clouds tomorrow and a chance of some showers and thunderstorms with a high back near 80. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tailored Life is now open in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, shrubs, vines, perennials, and colorful annuals. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back here on The Captain on 93.7 The Ticket, wrapping up the show to make way for the Adam Carricker Show coming up next year on 93.7 The Ticket. VJ is still with me. We got Terrell is going to be stopping in the studio here in a second. He just had to run a quick errand out there. But ready to jump on with Carricker here in a few minutes. What do you plan to? Obviously, he's going to ask the questions. But what do you imagine you're going to be talking about there?
I have no idea what we're going to talk about. I'm going to yield to the big fella and let him be the interviewee or interviewer, and I'm going to be the interviewee, and I'm just going to go with his lead and see where he goes and just have a great conversation with him. I'm excited. I think Adam is really, really good at what he does, and he's got a lot of insight into just not Nebraska football, but in sports in general.
All right, I got an interesting question to put you both guys in a spot you're gonna have to think about here. So LSU's Angel Reese has now signed an NIL deal with SI's Swimsuit Edition. Angel Reese becomes the second college athlete to be featured in the swimsuit issue, along with Libby Dunn, who has all these type of followers on social media, and she's a gymnast there for LSU too. So, kind of a two-part question for you guys. Are you comfortable in the world of college athletes now being in this swimsuit edition? It's kind of strange to begin with. For what it's worth, their regular models are about their age. They just weren't athletes. But the other thing is SI like helping LSU out here. They've assigned two models. They're two college athletes. They're both from LSU.
Well,
go ahead, bro.
Go ahead. You go ahead. I'll feed off you.
Okay, so. First of all, are we talking about the girl who did the point deal or did the little bitty or put the hand deal?
Yep, same girl.
Well, first of all, how tall is she?
Let me look it up.
Well, I seen this. I seen her in the swimsuit and
6'5".
She looks good in the swimsuit.
I'm quite sure she does.
She's 6'3".
But to see a Ugandan giant is something. If you watch, if you know anything about the swimsuit issues, and all of us men, if you try to say that you have never looked at that swimsuit issue, you would be lying. We've looked at that thing since I've been a little young lad. The swimsuit issue.
Oh yeah.
And so I think it's an honor for her. I mean, she's getting paid. I don't always like the fact that, you have to show your body off in order to get paid, but it's something that's been around for a long time. And I think she should be honored. I'm honored that she got that. She's getting paid and people think that she is beautiful.
Yeah. Well, first of all, her NIL validation is 1.4 million. So she's making money. I think last week she just signed a deal with Mercedes-Benz. So that gets you a lot of pleasure when you win and you win on the big stage. Now, for her showing about it, I mean, I seen the picture and it looks nice. I mean, I seen the other girl last week. I mean, these are two beautiful women. Yeah. So, they have nothing to be ashamed of. And, it's just college kids making money these days.
Yeah. It's just interesting because, from,
But no, 100, listen, 100% I think it's a great thing that these young ladies are able to go out and make money and they're in Sports Illustrated. That is a awesome thing. Okay. But, there is no buts.
Yeah. I think the only.
But see, look. If you go to the beach, right where they're at, They're going to be in bathing suits anyway. You'll be able to see them. The only difference is you get to look for free. Now, at least they get paid for you looking.
Yeah, and plenty of athletes are doing that stuff already, like Instagram model type of stuff. It's just interesting to see it professionally, incorporated now. And again, the swimsuit issue models generally are around their age to begin with, so it's nothing really new other than you can watch them also play sports now. So better wrap it up here so we can make way for Adam Carricker.
Well, you guys are in control. I'm just riding in the back seat.
All right. This is the end of the day for the Captain Show. I'm the black shirt Terrell Farley. I'm with
Bach.
I'm with
the Captain.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Nah. Hey. It'll never be the same. It'll never be the same.
Honk if you love trucks and bucks. Hold it if you're in traffic, maybe not. Hey, we know you've been waiting for a while, but we're excited to announce that Trucks and Bucks is finally back. And this year, we're giving away 8 Atlas Blue 2023 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew Flex Fuel trucks. So get to your nearest Nebraska Lottery retailer and play $2 Trucks and Bucks today. Ford F-150 is a registered trademark owned and licensed by Ford Motor Company. Top prize odds, 1 in 336,000.
The Nebraska Lottery has given over $900 million back to our state since 1993. The proceeds have helped protect and improve Nebraska's environment, funded need-based scholarships for Nebraska students, and maintained and improved facilities at the state fair.
That's terrific. You should put that on your website.
It already is. Just click on beneficiaries in the menu.
Menu? You guys serve food too?
Maybe you should get off your feet for a while.
The Nebraska Lottery, 30 years of building a better Nebraska.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-41.